Yes, I'm outside. Yes, I'm wearing fake glasses. And yes, I am that serious. And today, it's another album review. Lil Durk 7220. Let's see if this gets a play or if it gets a skip. Should you, as a consumer, consume this album? Let's find out. Hit the intro. Lil Durk's album 7220 is the internet has been telling me that it is named after a book that his mother wrote, LaShonda Woodward, I think. Also called 7220, and it's about preserving the family and strengthening the family. And in this situation, I think it is a very apt title for this album because I do think that's what he does. Let's go ahead and jump right on into this. Let's see. Let's bring up the track listing. Track number 1, Started From. I'm going to be honest with you. Durk comes straight out the gates with a really intimate sound. He's really giving you some sort of... He's giving you a piece of his thought process. He's really telling you about what he really came from. This is the actual description of starting from the bottom. It's a soft and slow record. It's got a cool, neat little sound. I enjoy this a lot. Lil Durk is really putting in some feelings into this song, and I think that he's really saying some stuff. And I think that there's a lot of people who will not understand, who buy this album or listen to this album, they will not understand the actual struggle he's speaking of because they just come from a different background than the one he is actually directly speaking of. Good song. I liked it. This one gets a play. Track 1, Started From. Play. Track number 2, Head Taps. Now, when I first read that title, I thought it had something to do with shooting guns, but I really think it's about thinking. He's really wanting you to do some head tapping, deep thinking on this one. Now, he's going to jump right in and he starts touching on some familiar subjects, some things that we know about, some people we've heard of before. He's doing a very conscious, throughout the entire album, not just this song, but this song in particular, he's got a very conscious effort of trying to not name names, to not put any kind of, so you can't tie any direct situation to what he's speaking on. It's a comforting thing to know that we're starting to get away from the self-snitching in rap music. I like it. Lil Durk setting the example. I do like that. He is mentioning King Von and some others from the D Block and D Thing and other people that have meant a lot to him. He's really talking on some stuff that I think is important to Durk in a manner that, we should all just enjoy. I really enjoyed the beat. I think it's got a cool sound. I think the way that he works on it and plays with it is an interesting way. We will start to see a tonal issue, though, I do think. Track number 2, Head Taps. Got you thinking. Head Taps. Play. Track number 3, Aha. You can check out my reaction for that card. You can check out my reaction for that. And hey, what can I say? Great song. I love what he's doing. I really like it when Durk gets into his street bag. And in this one, he is deep into his bag, and I am liking it a lot. Track number 3, Aha. Play. Things start to get a little interesting here with track number 4, Shootout at My Crib. Look, this is where I start to have to be really honest with what I'm seeing or what I'm listening to. And in this particular case, I really, really need a tone change. I think that there's a problem with the way it's all laid together. I think that he needs to break up some of these tonal similarities with something a bit different. Now, that said, the content of this song is really what's got me kind of sticking around long term. I really like what he's saying, and he is dissing someone. Again, right back, like I said in the last track, it's something that he's made a very conscious effort of. He is going out of his way to not attach names or to even be vague in his situations. But whoever he is talking about on Shootout at My Crib, boy, he is saying some gnarly things about that person. Some really kind of like very interesting stuff. I don't know who he's speaking on. I don't know the personal relationship. Maybe maybe the internet knows as a whole, but I personally do not. I don't dig that deep into what Dirk is going on. I love his music, and I try to distance myself from the things that he has doing or the things that he's surrounded with in his life. Trap Moore Ross or somebody like that would be somebody that would look to for that kind of stuff. I really think that I just like to enjoy the music. I sit back and just listen to what I'm listening to. So I don't really know what he's referencing. I don't know who he's speaking on, but somebody very particular is getting just literally a golden shower of praise, if we could say it like that. Um, Again, like I said, the lyrics will really hook me in this one. Track number 4, Shootout at My Crib. It's a hesitant play. I really thought about skipping this one. I really did. Everything in me wanted to skip, but his lines and his bars were just coming really hard, so I stuck around. So, track number 4, Shootout at My Crib, play. Number 5, Golden Child. Any song that within the first like 8 bars you say effing hoes to Bryson Tiller, I'm hooked. I'm in. I'm in. You've got me. You've got me. You got me. Dirk, you got me. As soon as you say you effing these hoes to Bryson Tiller, I was in. I was in that moment. I like that. Check. I did finally get that tone change I've been begging for. I wish they would have slotted this particular song maybe in at the 3 spot and switched Aha down a little later. But again, we're trying to get to the songs that everybody's going to know. So he's probably putting his singles 1, 3, 4 or 1, 3, 9, 12, whatever he's doing, trying to be like every quarter having a hit. Like that's just the way I think that this is being create. Like I think this is the way it's cultivated. I just don't personally like that style. I wish they would do a little bit more breaking up. I wish we had more of an ebb and flow on the tones, but I'm not an engineer. I'm not an A&R guy. These people know exactly what they're doing. Just to me, my ears would like a little bit of a breakup, which I did get right here on this song. Something else I kind of noticed about this song, Golden Child, is it does seem that Dirk has decided on this track particularly to remove the vocoder or the auto tune, whichever style of thing he is using. I don't quite know which one he's using. But in this one, it seems to be very little digital enhancement to his voice. I think he's trying to say something that he doesn't need that kind of stuff to make a record. He just likes it. And to be fair, he's not wrong. His voice is crisp and clear, and he's got a really punching sound. So, hey, I like it. Not punch in, punching. Like it's got a real punching growl to it. I really like it. I think he's doing again some really unique stuff, trying a little bit of different stuff. And again, I just wish the albums broke up just a little bit differently. But hey, what are you gonna do? Also, in this song, he says directly that he don't f with Vlad. If you know, you know. The internet says Vlad's an informant, and of course, Lil Durk, being who Lil Durk is, he is constantly facing scrutiny, being scrutinized by the legal system one way or another. Track number 5, Golden Child, play. Track number 6, No Interviews. We jump right back into that same tone, and it is what it is. And at this point, I think we're just riding in this pocket. That's where we're going to sit for most of it. It is what it is. And this song is one of those songs where I think sometimes you just literally have to just flex on them and let them know that you got it, that you're doing things, that you don't need nobody for nothing. You got it. The chorus of this song really saves it, and it really brings it home, and I like the tone. It makes my ears feel good. I have this idea that sometimes a song doesn't have to be good as long as it makes my ears enjoy it. If my ears enjoy it, then it's a good song, whether or not there's any reason why it's a good song, whether it be the terrible lyrics or anything like that. You just go, oh, okay, like this has to be. But I do think that in this particular song, this chorus just has a real good to it. I like it. No interviews. Track number 6, Play. And this one makes the playlist. I think this is the first one so far that's made the playlist besides Aha, which had already been on the playlist. It is what it is. Let's move on. Track number 7, Petty 2 featuring Future. You know, I know, we all know Future rarely drops a bad verse. Spoiler. It is what it is. I I can't tell you if this is a good song or a bad song because I get so lost in the monotone of it all that I just don't really want to pay attention. I can't listen to it. It bothers me. I get bored. I'm literally sitting to this song, and as I'm in the middle of the song, I have to write the word bored, bored, bored. So that's my note taking process on this particular track. So I don't know if it was me, maybe I was in the right mood for this, but I did not like this song. Petty 2 featuring Future was not for me. I did not enjoy it. I will not be playing this one again. Sorry, unfortunately, track number 7, Petty 2 featuring Future, gets a skip. Track number 8, Barbarian. Nothing much to say here. It's a song. It has words. It has a beat. It's a song. Track number 8, Barbarian. Skip. Track number 9, What Happened to Virgil featuring Gunner. Tell you right now, this is where Dirk starts to climb into his bag, where he is a meshing of two worlds in a way that it just hasn't been done really, maybe by anybody except for Snoop Dogg back in the day. And Snoop Dogg wasn't consciously doing it; he was just being a pop star while gangster rapping. I think in this case, Little Durk is very aware that he is a pop star, but he's also a gangster, and he keeps it absolutely 100% real. And sometimes he just has to get into that bag where he shows you his pop flavor, but he's just punching you in the mouth over and over again with his street vibe. I love this song. This is a single for sure. This will be a big hit. This one will push a lot of streams. This is going to make some money. And it even feels like this could possibly be a radio song, which again, I know Dirk doesn't really push for the radio. He doesn't need the radio needs Dirk. And so I don't think he ever makes a song going, this could be radio. But in this particular case, I do think that with a slight edit to the chorus and a slight edit to the bridge, I think this song could really be a radio hit. I enjoy this one. This is probably my favorite verse from Gunner I've ever heard. Gunner is not a guy I enjoy. Rarely do I enjoy a Gunner verse. I just don't think he's meant for me. His style isn't my cup of tea. I just don't. I, I personally don't think that I enjoy Gunna. He might be for you, good for you, but on this particular song, I think it's for everybody. Track number 9, What Happened to Track number 9, What Happened to Virgil, featuring Gunna, play, and it makes the playlist. Number 10, Grow Up, Keep It on Speaker. As soon as I see the track list, I instantly read this title and thought that is a very interesting title. Or what are we keeping on speaker? Are we keeping the way we talk about others on speaker? Are we keeping our disses on speaker? Or are we, what's the notion? And in this one, he does a really interesting thing, and I'll get to it in just a minute. But I think it's kind of cool. The first part, Grow Up, is a really deep song that has a really deep meaning, and he's really speaking to some people in his life. And I think when he says things like cousins and aunts and family, I think he's really talking to those exact people, saying that, like, yeah, he'll do whatever he can, but like, you expect too much, and at a certain point it becomes less of a good thing and more of an expectation, and he's really having a hard time dealing with some of that stuff, and I do like that. You really got to listen to what he's saying, because he is really speaking some truths here on this one, and I am in on it. And one of the things that I think he is talking about is that pain can come in many different forms, whether that be from peer pressure or family pressure or just anything. There can literally be There could literally be pain attached to anything. A feeling, a thought, a moment, a time, a song. Anything can give you pain, and sometimes the things that give you pain you don't even understand. He's really doing some stuff here. One really kind of interesting part about this song, and maybe it's just me, maybe I picked up on this and it's just me hearing it. I haven't actually looked to see if anybody else is making the same, coming to the same conclusion. But I feel like for that second song, because this song has a halfway change through it, so it goes from one song to another song. It basically changes beats. It's something that doesn't get done enough, I don't think, from a musical standpoint, especially in hip hop, with the way that verses can be put together. You can link one. Anyways, we won't get into the engineering science of it, but let's just say I think it could be done a lot more. He really does a cool thing here. But the thing I was just about to say is that in the second song, Keep It On Speaker, at some point I think he started to rap with this like really weird southern accent. Like, honest to God, it felt like he was trying to do Morgan Wallen's voice. Like, I don't. That's just what it felt like. It felt like he was influenced by Morgan Wallen to be like, yeah, and maybe it's just me. Maybe it's not there. Maybe my ears made it up, and I don't know. I have to go back and listen to the song again. But while I was doing my listen through for to write this, I was going, "What the hell is happening here? This doesn't feel like what." Anyways, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Track number 10, Grow Up slash Keeping It On Speaker. Play. Track number 11, Smoking and Thinking. I like the bounce melody. It has this kind of like old school Louisiana feel to it. If you know, you know. If you don't, oh well. I enjoyed this. I think it had a lot of fun. I turned this one way up because I just enjoyed it a lot. And probably pissed off my neighbors. Don't care. Thought it was a great song. I could picture this song getting played live and getting a big reaction. Everybody's gonna fire up their cars. I enjoyed this one a lot. Track number 11, Smoking and Thinking. Play. Track 12, Block List. Hey man, song ain't for me. It's never meant for me. It's never gonna be for me. It is meant for the females. They're supposed to be liking this. Let's just say thug love songs do really hit different. They just are a different breed. They do things differently. It ain't your typical love song. He's not wishing or hoping or praying. He's telling everything the way it's supposed to be. I enjoyed it. I'm a fan. Block List. Again, song isn't for me. I'm not going to say it's my favorite song on the album, but I do understand where it has, and I think this song has the potential to be a big record. Track number 12, Block List. Play. Track 13, Differences, featuring Summer Walker. This is where Dirk climbs into his Drake pop bag hard. He's climbing in it. He's wearing the jacket. He's in it. He's winning it. He loves it. This is where he gets his money at. Do not get it twisted. Dirk is a pop star with street records. That's it. He's a pop star. He's smart enough to know that he needs to be a pop star, not a rapper. He makes a lot more money as a pop star than he ever will a rapper. He gets to be on bigger stages. He gets to be in bigger crowds. He gets to use a different demographic to sell things. His advertising dollar goes through the roof because of the demo he brings in. Dirk is a smart man. I like it. Again, this track will be big. This will probably be the record that goes and blows up off the album. Now, if you go to like Genius and you just look at like the lyrics page where you can see how many times the lyric has been viewed, you can see the differences. Featuring Summer Walker is getting a lot of attention on there. It's getting a lot of traction all over the streaming platforms. I think this one will be a big hit. It's going to do a lot for his career. I get what he's doing. Not for me. I prefer when Dirk goes really, really hard, and I think that Dirk can be one of the best hard rappers there are. I just think that's facts. Track number 13, Differences, featuring Summer Walker. Play. Now, track 14, Federal Nightmares. No spoiler necessary. There's nothing else I'm going to talk about. This is my favorite record on the album. I think Durk has climbed into his street bag and giving you just damn knowledge. He's speaking real facts, telling you things you don't want to hear, but that you need to hear. He's telling you exactly what this life can bring. Federal nightmares. I'm just going to take a second and remember the song. That good. This song, I need to get it in repeat. I need to get it on repeat and just repeat and repeat. I need this song played 75 times to me tonight. He is telling you some real in this one. Let me give you a little taste of that. Ain't no point of getting a lawyer if the homie told. Facts. Nothing else needs to be said. This song is incredible. It is, without a doubt, my favorite record on the entire album. I love this one. Track 14, Federal Nightmares, play. And it makes the playlist. Track 15, Dior Banks. It opens with poem, spoken word, maybe a rap. I'm not sure what she wants to call it. Verse from D-Thing's daughter. And it's not my place to talk on this record. There's way too much personal stuff here. For Durk, for me, some random dude who doesn't know him, doesn't know his crew, to be out here judging what he's saying in this song. This clearly has more meaning to him than it will ever have to any of us. I hope a lot of people listen to it. I really think this is a song that doesn't deserve a review. It's not my place to judge it. It's not my place to talk about it. It's not my place to tell you what I think of this song. This song is clearly a song of pain and power that he's trying to get out to the world, and I think everyone should go listen. So please, if you have time, go listen to track 15, Love Dior Banks. Listen to that opening lines from that little girl. Just hear what she's saying. He used to take me shopping. Just understand that there's real people involved in a lot of this stuff that we glorify and that we bring to light and that we wish and talk about and we hope happens to this person or that person. But understand there are real humans involved. And when that is the case, I just don't think that people like me who don't know this man, don't know any of his people, has any place to judge him or this music. So I'll let you guys do that. So, no judgment, no review here, but just understand track 15, Love Dior Banks, play. And you should play it too. Track 16, Pissed Me Off. Durk is a pop star. Remember it. I said it. Durk is a pop star. Pop star, pop star, pop star. But he brings you street records. And right here, Piss Me Off, it is a street record. This is a message to you fake flaggers out there. You all ain't ever even seen Old Block, never been down, never seen the crew, never seen nada nan nutta. You smoking the ops and you claiming you from the set, then you ain't shooting, you ain't talking. Put your money where your mouth is. Buy the burner, buy the drop, set the bond up. Help out if you ain't really about it, to show us where your money is. That's what he said on the record. He ain't playing. And he's taking some shots at some people too. Again, we don't speak on people. We don't speak on ops. We don't speak on people's situations. I don't know nothing about nothing. But let's just highlight a bar real quick for you or two. If I die, just don't lie. Man, you ninja, better slide. If you can't get the main one, then you better hit his guard. Those are shots being fired at somebody. We all know who it is. We all know who it is. We ain't got to talk about it. You know who it is. Leave a comment down below. Boom. Shakalaka. We all know the truth. I know for a fact that if I was in that same situation outside of that hookah lounge in Atlanta, even if I ain't walk away, bet somebody else ain't walking away too. My homies don't play that game. That's just... Anyways, move on. We don't talk about it. I'm wearing fake glasses. Enjoy that. I do like this song. Track 16. Pissed Me Off. play. It makes the playlist. And now here we are, wrapping it up on track number 17, Broadway Girl, featuring Morgan Wallen. Again, I've done the review. Check the card. Fire song. Love the song. I think it does amazing stuff. Really cool. I love it when Durk climbs into his pop bag and really gives you what he's got to give to offer. Bringing in Morgan Wallen with that cool sound, man, I'm here for it. I love this record. This one gets a play. Of course, it's already on the playlist. Let's go. Track number 17, Broadway Girls, playlist. Boom. Let's talk about it. Lil Durk 7220, the album as a whole, 17 tracks. It runs roughly an hour and 10 minutes, I think. Here, it runs roughly around hour and 10 minutes. It's a pretty good song, or a pretty good album. I like it from beginning to end. 17 tracks. We had 2 skips. That's it. Could have been 5. I could have pushed it to 5. There's a few songs that I think on a normal day I might have skipped, but today I was feeling really popish, so I let them slide. There's a few records in there that were definitely not for me, but I understood what they were doing, so they got to play anyways, even though I wouldn't personally play them, but I do get that people will. So boom, shakalaka. We added 6 brand new songs to the playlist, and I'm telling you right now, by the end of this year, we're going to have established the largest playlist in Sirius history. Because this year's the only year of Sirius history. Yes. Hey, man, that's how we always keep it winning. That's how we always hit marks and set records, creating new ones. Anyways, really good album. Lil Durk 7220, fire album. I think it definitely is a playable album from beginning to end. I don't think you play it in order, though. I think this is one of those albums that if you were going to play the entire album, and instead of handpicking certain songs from the album to make a playlist like I just did with the 6, most people will not be putting on this album from beginning to end. That's not how albums are consumed anymore. But if you do, you're most likely going to put it on and hit the shuffle button so you can get this in a sporadic order, because you are going to need those breakups that you don't get in the beginning of the album. The beginning of the album keeps a very monotone, same similar sounding sound over and over again. And yes, I did that on purpose. My point being that the monotone and the repetitiveness of the sound is just, it gets to a point where you don't want to listen to it anymore. And I do think it could be helped if you broke it up yourself by hitting shuffle instead of just playing this thing all the way through. I'm a fan of Lil Durk. I'm glad he didn't make any references to his specific ops. I'm glad that he kept all of his references very vague and was very tight with what he was saying and wasn't giving anybody anything to hold on to, because, as again everyone knows, and it's been well established across the entire country, that right now Lil Durk is the most legally scrutinized rapper not named Kodak Black. And the man is being charged with all kinds of things at all kinds of times. He really has to deal with a lot, and so he's under scrutiny. They are watching him, they are listening to his lyrics, and they will be played in a courtroom. He just has to try to separate himself enough that he can still have that street essence, but doesn't have to necessarily put names or faces to problems in the situations that he can face himself in a courtroom with a jury. Because while lawyers might understand it, while a judge might get it, the truth is that there is going to be 12 people of his peer group that will be sitting across that jury box, and those people may not understand that he's just talking in rap talk. They might think that he's speaking very real. So eliminating the direct references makes that a lot harder for them to tie words to actions. And that's facts. So overall, this album gets a play. Lil Durk 7220, play. Play the whole thing, top to bottom. I think this is one of the best albums that have come out in a little while. I'm a fan. Lil Durk, you rock. Let's do it. Y'all ready? Like the video if you want to. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. And please leave a comment down below, because that all helps Mr. Algo Rhythm, which I have none today. Anywho, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, live, twitch.tv/Just That Serious, where sometimes I talk about sports, sometimes I talk about music, but I am always, and I mean always, getting my butt whooped in video games. That was Lil Durk 7220 album review. It gets a play. I liked it. Let's close it out. Yes, I'm outside. Yes, I'm wearing fake glasses. And yes, I am that serious. I'm also out.